That song is in my mother tongues. It said, Yesotaya, Jesus the light, that shineth against darkness, Yesotaya, Yesotaya. I'm happy to see Nadim today. I think the rain will rain. Nadim was one of my best members in those ages. She was supposed to marry Amos, and she went and married a Nigerian person. And I see her here. Where is she? She just pick off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Bishop Leah here. Senior Pastor Baba, welcome, and God bless you so much for being a part of this. Anita, you're welcome. I see you get to the door. You are entered to the gate of Church Without Wall. And as you are entering, see everyone entering in. I just want to congratulate you for being in the Church Without Wall, and people are getting in. I just opened the door now in this wonderful church. The door is open, and I see people are walking in. Steve, welcome. Thank you very much, Steve, and for coming to the Church Without Wall. People are flocking in the door, and it's fantastic. I see that look like Nadim. Is that Nadim? Yeah, it look like Nadim or a lady there. Yes, I just want to see her. God bless you, people of God. I am so fresh. I am anointed. I'm happy. And I'm the most joyful person in this day. That is Nadine. Nadine was one of my best members in the United Kingdom, and she was supposed to marry my son Amos. What happened, Nadine? You let your husband and you went to Nigeria. She's laughing. I used to have a joke with her. Welcome. Put your hand together, Senior Pastor, and welcome Nadine to the Church Without Wall. Wow. Nadine, this is a Church Without Wall. It's as well as the church. And I'm so happy to see you because you fall in love with my ministry seriously at that time. Things don't work the way you want it. You went to Nigeria, I warn you, and it's broken, and marriage broke. So when marriage broke, you should not be worried about that. What I discover, and this one to everyone, that the marriage is the most complicated vineyard that you cannot even comprehend it. I was asking one of my colleagues today that people who have lived together under one blanket and they get joy in their heart, when they differ, they become the worst enemy in history. So Nadine, you're not alone, but your marriage never worked in Nigeria. And even if you could marry Amos, Amos also had some complicated matter. You would have been happy or not. And I learned something which I have to share with everyone here. It's not good to marry a children of the wealthy people. It look hopeless. To marry the children of the wealthy people, and I was telling the people, anybody coming to marry my children, I used to say this, Nasim, you remember, Nadine, you remember, anybody marry a children of Gilbert there, they don't have good husbands, neither good wives. And I wonder why, because those who are in comfort zone, somebody say comfort zone. Comfort zone means you are in a place that you have no problem, you are being cared for. Because my children, I care for them even when they already got married. I was still looking after their life. So they have never seen the problem I did have. And that is why, Nasim, every man is a kangaroo and every woman has a side effect. So all these things work together for good to those who believe. If I Gilbert there, somebody will tell me some years ago that I will be divorced and I will be not having Mama Mary as my wife, I will cast you out like the devil by that time. But I never knew it will happen. It happened anyway, and I have to live with it. I have to live comfortably with it. Somebody we used to talk together We used to fly together. We went to my own jet together to African countries. We fly in a helicopter here with her. Since 2019, she hasn't spoken to me. She blocked her phone. I can't reach her. What did that teach me? I learned that things happen even to the righteous, things that they don't like to happen. And somebody cannot judge me and say, Bishop, there, how if your marriage not work? Because I am not God. No wonder how Apostle Paul never disclosed his marriage status. And he never talk about the marriage matter. He only complained that it was good, people should be like him. But he was somebody who joined Christianity when he's a grown-up person. So as a human being, he had wives or she had a girlfriend or she had whatever, but he's the best apostle. But no record about his marriage. So I just want to encourage the single people who are in this platform. Don't be discouraged. Sometimes your life is secured without having a man in you, because men have also side effect that might be also giving you a heartbreak. There's no good man in this planet Earth. I repeat again. There's no good man in this planet Earth.